New projects can be scary, but installing window shades is an easy beginner DIY project that requires more basic tools which can be used for many other home improvement activities as well. You've got this. The materials and tools needed for this project are new window shades, mounting brackets and screws, which ideally came with your shades, pilot drill bits, we'll talk more about selecting the right size later, Phillips and a flathead screwdriver. Also, if you have it, a drill with longer Phillips and flathead bits or shorter bits with a magnetic drive guide, a level, pencil, measuring tape, and a ladder if you need it. In this video, we're installing cordless top-down bottom-up 3/4 inch single-cell light filtering shades from awardblinds.com. We replaced our old cord lift blinds with cordless top-down bottom-up shades to better accommodate our cat-friendly household. If you have existing shades to remove, you may need a longer Phillips or flathead screwdriver to more easily remove the screws holding the bracket in place. For an outside mount, determine the width of the window opening you want to cover, adding an extra 1.5 inches to 3 inches to your measured width for adequate light control and privacy. When measuring the height of the window area, make sure there's enough flat space either above the window or on the window trim for the brackets. Plan to add to your height measurement to account for some overlap below the window as well. When buying store-bought shades, be sure to compare their actual dimensions to your recorded measurements. For our online custom order, the exact width entered was the ordered width. The mounting hardware, brackets and screws were included with our shades. The install guide that came with our shades specified marking 2 inches in from the left and right sides of the window frame using a pencil. Our 36.5 inch wide shades came with 2 brackets, but if your shade is longer, your set may include additional brackets. Compare the bracket pencil marks with where this will place the bracket on the shade headrail and make sure they won't be putting any pressure on the parts inside. Ensure that you have sufficient clearance depth to prevent any obstructions such as window cranks or handles when the shade is fully lowered. Products like spacer blocks and extension brackets can be used in situations where standard mounting options face challenges, such as handles and cranks. Position the pencil mark at the bracket center, then place a small level on top of the bracket, and once it's level, mark the screw holes using a pencil. Measure the distance from the top of the window frame to the pencil marks where you want to put the screws. Use the same measurement for marking screw holes for additional brackets. Use a pilot hole drill bit to drill holes for the screws. I used a 3/32 inch drill bit for this project. But what if you don't have shade instructions, or you do, but the bit size isn't specified? I have a process for selecting an appropriate drill bit that removes the guesswork. What I do is hold the screw below various drill bits until I find a bit that is similar in size to the screw center and allows me to see the screw threads beyond the bit's width. This process helps to avoid drilling too large of a pilot hole. For anchors and drywall, I choose a drill bit size that's close to, but smaller than, the anchor width, so I can use a hammer to tap it into the wall without the anchor bending. We secured the brackets to the top window casing using screws. Before fully tightening the screws, I like to place a level on top of the bracket and make minor adjustments with a light tap of a hammer until the bracket is perfectly level. Then I fully tighten the screws and use a level again to ensure the brackets are straight. Position the headrail into the mounting brackets by angling the shade to align the top of it with the bracket's protruding lip. Place the bracket lip underneath the front of the headrail, then move the bottom of the shade back towards the window until you hear a click, ensuring a secure fit. Move the shade up and down to ensure smooth operation. Tiger was very interested in the new shades, as was a local street cat. If you're interested in the specs and cost of the shade that we installed, I'll put our order specifications in the description. If you're planning to install an inside mount shade as well, be sure to check out this video next.